You know what? It's a Marcia Hassan. Don't you? Shut! I'm not dying. I'll do what I say.
A science teacher getting ready to say Uranus in front of a new generation of 14-year-olds. Inspirational Instagram.
I added your and do that. This is fun. Yeah, your tap a tap. So I did. Ew. Tomato.
Teenagers, when they wear backpacks with one strap, been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Teenagers in real life. Teenagers according to Hollywood. Teenagers according to animes. My mom drove me to Hot Topic when I was a teenager. When I was a teenager, this boy cooked me dinner.
For Mimo.
Then his dad came home and told me about the terrible date he had. He described the woman and a few teenagers.
The guy too. What?
I wish I would have a heart attack right now. Let me just make the invisible walls so they can't cheat. Because don't cheat on this quiz and don't cheat on your wives. Cheat on your husbands, though. They can either, take the pearly gates up the pearly stairs to go to the pearly gates to go to the big pearly man.
This is wow. Alright, okay. So yeah. Yeah.
There will be no change. You give me $5 Most of you hate it because social media tells you to. True, I love pineapple pizza. I don't care. I love it. I've seen too many schools being burned down today. What is going on? Don't mock teenage pregnancy. I was a product of teenage pregnancy. And where would the world be without me? Remember when everyone hated Justin Bieber? Yeah. Tom Brady is facing backlash for posting pictures of himself poolside while kissing his teenage son, who was sitting in his lap. This makes me happy that I don't have a dad. Before I even check her profile, I'm gonna comment this. I guarantee there is an OF link in her bio. They were correct. Wow, adulthood really does hit fast when you spend all of your teenage years thinking you were going to die eventually. Let's not forget that my brother had a teenager photo shoot when he turned 13. Oh my.
Yeah, yeah,
It's one of
yeah.
those things you do as a parent because you're mean and it
The
doesn't know any better. And you know that like fine wine. This is only going to get funny or deep, like a great big bottle of uncorked shame. My 14-year-old son agreed to come for brunch with me today and was followed by a walk home through the park. He spent the whole time chatting about school, friends.
was half a Dalai Lama.
You've solved the trolley problem. You've killed the person responsible for tying all those people to trolley tracks. It's finally over. Wow. So you're telling me you took an action that resulted in the death of one person to save the lives of many people who would have died if you did nothing? That sounds so familiar.
What?
What is that ungodly smell? It smells like milk that have aged poorly. Not you, though. You smell like wine that has aged absolutely magnificently. Good evening, Lotties, Lazzas, and Lazzles. You smell absolutely astounding like finely aged wine. But there are things in the world that indeed does not smell like finely aged wine and kind of like lumps up like gross milk. And you know, it just doesn't age well. It can be anything from old movies to books to weird takes on Twitter that just didn't age very well. And that is why today we are going to look through r/aged like milk for those sweet, sweet, milky, juicy lumps. Enjoy. Mwah. It's like when you go to the grocery store and you can buy, orange juice with pulps or without pulps. This is like that. You can buy your milk without pulps or with pulps. Man, I love my milk with pulps. r/aged like milk. My high school in 2014 had an anti-bullying campaign with the tagline, "Silence is consent." Oh my God, that looks so bad. Okay, I can understand the thought behind the message, right? It's like if you're a bystander, you're letting the bullying happen, right? Step in and stop bullying. But man, that did not age well. No joke. My freshman year of high school, the school did a huge anti-bullying campaign, repping the slogan, "Silence is consent," with the idea being if you see bullying and don't say anything, you're allowing it to happen. Yeah, exactly. I can understand the message. But man, it doesn't look good out of context. It was huge. Rubber wristbands, t-shirt posters, the whole bit. Oh no, imagine if you just opened your closet and the first thing you see is a t-shirt with a big print, "Silence is consent." Jesus Christ. Look at this quirky little armband, it's so cute. Why does it say "Silence is consent"? No, it's anti-bullying. I swear. I remember this a few days ago and was like, wow, they actually told a bunch of high schoolers silence is consent. That would not fly today. This post is very much the same vibe as the r/accidentally racist subreddit. You know, things where there is a decent thought behind it, but there is very much a double message. This turns the whole thing very like, probably should have thought that one through a bit better, huh? Skateboarding is a crime, not an Olympic sport. You see, it's a quirky design when two of the rings are handcuffs. But that did not age very well, is it? Because now it's an Olympic sport. Take that, Karen. Oh my God, if I ever went to the Olympics to skateboard, right, which I would never do because I suck at skateboarding and I'm too old. But anyway, if I did that, I would so get a shirt like this. Oh my God, what an absolute power move to wear this at the Olympics. Absolutely amazing. Google. Google. Even though you enslaved half the world, you're still a damn fine search engine. Well, that certainly sums up my feeling towards Google. I think of this scene every time I tearfully admit DuckDuckGo just can't understand me in this particular search as well as Google can. Where can I find X game item in X game? Here's 20 videos of YouTubers milking the answer for 13 minutes. No, scroll slower. Here's articles from the absolute worst sites, which don't have a reject all for ads, require subscriptions, or have ads pop up in the middle of the article. If you want to sign up to a newsletter and then they post notifications. Off! Oh, or you know, when the first literal 10 results on page 1 are just like ads, it's obvious ads, like, where can I find a car rental in my region? It's just 10 ads for like random car bullshit no one asked about. Thanks, Google. That didn't age well, now did it? And the rotate, I don't care if you're Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, or Hindu. You should only enter the country illegally. This is the first time in my life I'm getting serious racist insults for being brown from white people in the book. Not a good look. This could also go on r/leopards ate my face. Oh no, I never thought leopards would eat my face, says woman who voted for leopards eating my face party. Well, who would have thunk it? Okay, like, racism obviously isn't okay, right? But this is, like, so ironic considering, like, the characters online that keep just whipping up this sort of stuff. It's the same kind of trend where I saw recently that, like, transvestigators are now, like, conspiring if Andrew Tate is actually trans because there's this one picture of him in swim trunks where his, like, package doesn't look very big due to, like, the angle or whatever. And it's, like, so ironic. It's like, yeah, obviously this isn't good. Like just harassing people online and having conspiracies about who and who isn't trans and all this kind of, it's absolutely insane. But yeah, it's definitely a leopards eating my face moment. God damn, man. Trans Harry. All right, Rowling, we get it. 5 years ago. Oh my. J.K. Rowling reveals that you, the reader, have been trans all along. Damn, a lot of things sure happened in 5 years, huh? You're a woman, Harry. Oh my god, 5-year-old Reddit comments really hit differently, don't they? It turns out all she needed to do was expose Voldemort's homophobic tweets, and the whole wizarding world would have cancelled him. This isn't even that long ago, like 5 years ago. That's a solid 2019. This is a solid 2019 post. I suppose it's BC, though, before COVID. Can't wait for that gender-swapped reboot. Sherry, Rhonda, and him. Okay, well, 5-year-old comments, man, they really do hit differently, don't they? My editor actually made me cut a scene in which Voldemort misgendered a pixie. Too graphic. It all makes sense if you realize she's Voldemort, not Harry. Oh, these are the recent tweets from 2024. Genitals don't equal gender, as we all know. Anyway, Voldemort knew the pixie was trans because the pixie was wearing a pronoun badge so large it was impeding its ability to lie. Therefore, it was deliberate misgendering, which of course is tantamount to genocide. Are you trying to be funny or something? This is just like weird cringe. This is like when you have an aunt that has like one wine too many at like some family dinner and they start going off like really weird tangents that don't really make sense, but they think they're the funniest thing ever, and everyone is just kind of waiting for the whole thing to be over. Why? Why? Even Elon Musk told you to tone it down. When Elon Musk tells you to tone it down on Twitter, you know it's bad. Mr. Beast wants to become president. Oh, considering like all the recent stuff that is currently like literally on fire. Oh, I would vote for him. If we lower the age to run for president, I will jump in the race. Okay, like the tweet is still kind of funny, right? Like that's something I think is kind of funny about America. To run for president, you have to be like 70 plus. Okay, that's a bit weird, but yeah. No, this did not age well, considering like all the recent controversies. Oh, nah, man. I bought $700,000 worth of Intel stock today. No! No, YOLO? Yeah, this really is a YOLO. You only invest once. Holy shite. TLDR. Grandma died 2 months ago. Left me $800K inheritance. Why would you do this? Why would you put it in high risk? Okay. For anyone that's like interested in dabbling in investment stuff, okay? Unless you really know what you're doing, or like you're an expert in the industry or something, which I would argue is still quite risky or whatever, have the largest portion of your portfolio be quite steady. Like have like, 70 or 80% of your portfolio in like a nice little index fund or something like that. Just grows slowly but steadily over time is a bit better than just having your money in a savings account. And then you have like those remaining like 20% or whatever. You can do like toss around a bit and see like, oh my God, I wonder if this stock is gonna skyrocket or whatever. I can put a couple of grand in that. That's fine. But this is so dumb. I am only a junior in college as a math major and I don't really have any use for the money. Okay, it's almost $1 million, right? Let's just round it up to $1 million. If you can invest this relatively smart, right? And say that maybe if you invested in good index and we have like good years and stuff, let's say you can make it grow between like 5 to 10% a year. Sometimes it's gonna dip, but like on average over a long period of time, maybe something like that. Let's count low and say 5%. That means you can cash out $50K a year. just on having this money in like some basic ass investment portfolio. 50K a year. That's like a full-time salary for a lot of people. Oh my God, I don't need the money. You can have a free salary indefinitely with this money in this basic investment. What the God, this genuinely upsets me. Anyway, I don't have any use for the money, nor do I have any debt. I'm very fortunate that my parents are paying for my education. I always heard about people losing their inheritance by spending it on garbage instead of investing. So I told my parents I'm not going to spend a cent of this money, and I'm going to invest all of it, and they would be proud of me. I put 100, I think it's 100%, into a high-yield savings account. Oh, 100... maybe 100,000. Okay, so they put a little bit in like high-yield savings account, okay, and bought 700K worth of Intel stock in the open market. Okay, that should definitely have been reversed. You should have put like the majority of the sum in something safe and long-term, and then you can have like, you know, a few grand that you like mess around with while learning how to invest. That's fine, but dear God, I plan on holding this for a decade depending on how it performs, and then just good stuff. Hashtag investing. Yes, indeed. I'm a bit of an investator, if I may say so myself. Literally loses like half of the money in one day. He looks so proud to be with her. The look on his face is perfect. Look how wholesome. 2014. Whoops. This is just people reading what they want in a person's expression, letting their fantasy take over. I mean, it is a red carpet. People are going to do like camera smiles all over the place. I started a business page on Facebook recently, so the awful feed thing is throwing shite at me without anything in the algorithm to work from. It's all football, soccer, and Taylor Swift. 6 times a day I have to see people comment on Taylor Swift and her boyfriend. How he put his arm around her after a concert gets a lot of coverage. Oh yeah, and then you have all the people like investigating the body language. Look at this still random image of 2 people from some angle. If he's leaning too much towards her, he is a beta. But then his fingers are pointing towards someone else, which means that she's a cheater. So online people read in way too much into things that don't matter. God. 8 months ago, Musk tells boycotting advertisers to go frick themselves. And 8 hours ago, X-Files, that sounds, isn't that like an old series? X-Files antitrust lawsuit against advertisers over illegal boycott. Yeah, this is not age well. My God, the amount of Twitter drama that has happened in the last year or two is absolutely astounding. You didn't think the bar could be any lower, but then they just went out and dug it into the backyard. Isn't that just cute? Moist Critical quits the internet. Oh, I remember this. This was like drama for a solid day. I think the only thing he did was like, I'm gonna stop doing this one podcast because my schedule is a bit cramped. And everyone was like, oh my God, he's leaving YouTube. And he just rage quit internet after backlash to insane take on kids. The same day Charlie uploaded Moist Critical. Situation is crazy. Wait a second. Wait. I have something for this. Let me find it. Hold on. I had a dream where Moist Critical got exposed for something terrible. So he made a video about his own drama with a cartoony disguise and no one knew it was him. Moist Critical situation is insane. Okay, this tweet aged like wine, though. It aged like fine, beautiful, crispy wine. Absolutely gorgeous. This is like recent as well. That's what's so funny about it. This was earlier this year. Low rises 2060 AD. No. High tech 2060 AD. Will today's high rises be the low rises of tomorrow? That remains to be seen, but Samsung audio products will surely be high on everyone's list. I guess this like random VHS player or whatever is going to be like high tech in 2060. That's great, but low rises. Oh, that is so unfortunate. My great-grandma and granddaddy went to New York after they retired from dairy farming in the late 80s. They kept this old pamphlet from their visit to the World Trade Center, which I feel has aged like milk in a couple of ways. The closest some of us will ever get to heaven, the World Trade Center, New York. Oh, no. I also think the slogan is kind of stupid even then, because even if you have tourists that are coming to New York to, like, visit the place, you know, they probably came there by airplane, which means they have already been closer to heaven than the towers will ever be, you know? So the slogan is kind of silly to begin with, but then it also aged like milk. The Paris mayor swims insane as river is cleaned up just in time for Olympics. Yeah, didn't someone get, like, really sick? and had to go home with their whole team after they swam in the river for the competitions. This didn't age well in the least. Red says, July 21st, 2006. I won't be able to watch it, and I'll keep expecting him to have naughties with Batman. Yuck! Wait, what? Heath Ledger has the charisma of a lettuce leaf. This is about the Joker in 2006. Oh my god! Look at this compilation of retro forums. Heath Ledger, a Joker? I don't think so. This is terrible. And now begins the second downfall of the Batman series. The film after this will probably introduce Robin, then Batgirl. When the only positive things people have to say about Ledger is as a good gay cowboy, then I think that should explain it all. I hope this is all a joke. My god, this is just a whole mural of like poorly aged, like really retro forum posts. That is so nostalgic in a sweet way. Sheldon Johnson, ex-con who appeared on Joe Rogan's advocating for rehabilitative justice, has been arrested after police found a torso in his apartment. Yeah, they'll do it. They'll do it. America. Depth 3 by 2013. oh God. Yeah, oh man, the pain. Are there any tattoo artists who can cover this up for me? At Twitch, help cover this up. You're good at that, right? Oh, the burns. The absolute burns. Okay, as a little bit of a relevant side tangent, right? I don't think I would ever, in my entire life, get a tattoo of any other human being. That feels like a very stupid thing to do, especially when it's like, you know, a public figure that you have no idea what they're actually like. Or even if it's someone in private. You know, imagine if you get a tattoo of, like, a partner or something, and then you break up. What you gonna do then? You don't know what the future holds. Like, permanently inking it on your skin feels like a very, very silly thing to do, no? Why would you do this? Hilary Duff. Hilary Duff is in Lizzie McGuire, and she's one of the girls that we're all waiting for to turn 18, along with the Olsen twins. Man, old TV used to be so wild, man. It's absolutely insane. Oh my god, like the lack of awareness of how creepy this kind of stuff was is absolutely astounding. Oh my god. If the IRS knocks at my door, I'm answering with this badge on. This site does not look good on paper. They actually printed it!
I have no
It doesn't
idea
look
why
good on
they
paper.
just
It doesn't look
go
good
on.
online either. This
I
is really
do
like
have
frick
fun.
around and find out, isn't it? Oh my god. But I just want to be able to frick around and not find out. Is that too much to ask? That feels like a genie wish I could make. Genie, I wish that I could always frick around, but never find out. Tesla, Steam is here, bringing thousands of games and new model S and X vehicles. You can play Cyberpunk, Elden Ring, and thousands of other games in your car with an epic sound system. I think they retracted support, right? So Steam is no longer supported in this, I do believe.
Every Puma. Oh my god. No, don't do this. Eyes. I heard that is so reacting. So unsoothing.
Woohoo! Right on time! Hey, everybody! Andy's back! He's back early! Places, everybody! Andy's coming! Mr. B6000! Oh yeah, a new Mr. Beast video! From my favorite YouTuber in the whole world! Oh, I forgot. You got exposed. I don't want to watch you anymore. No, Andy! No, Andy, no! Bye, Jimmy. No, Andy!
It's my calculator history. My dad being smart and unfunny. My mom being dumb.
Yeah.
Trees of fictional characters. Stand up, say your name.
It's a map.